quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard, increase security, and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
Fleet Feet Lincoln is excited for the upcoming spring season and the warmer temps, and they want you to get outside and be active. Fleet Feet's Fit ID process takes a free 3D image of your feet to help runners and walkers alike find comfortable tennis shoes and inserts that ease pain associated with plantar fasciitis, bunions, and more. Get back on your feet this spring with a trip to Fleet Feet, open 7 days a week at 77th and Pioneers. Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown. 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
DeMornay Pierson-El.
Not only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome in, Don't Punt Hour. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. As always, we got the host, DeMornay Pierson-El, streaming in. You guys can always join in. Started him in text line 402-464-5685. We do have the Royals on the brick and mortar again tonight. But as always, you can join in with that text line as well as put a face to the voice, Facebook, YouTube, X, and Allo channel 961 if you got Allo cable. Good morning, Pierson-El. How's it going on? It's been a pretty nice day here on a Tuesday for Lincoln, Nebraska.
It feels like it's later in the week. So, it's a nice day. Hopefully, it continues to go fast.
Yeah, I mean, I think the weather's going to be nicer. I think Thursday, like 90 degrees, which is nice.
I'll take it.
Definitely looking forward to it. Can't get here any sooner. I want to start this thing off, though. We talked a lot Tennessee yesterday. Obviously, the Nico Iamaleava situation with him walking out like just days before.
Biggest fumble.
Yeah, I think we both mentioned it. It's probably the worst case we've seen so far in terms of like how NILs hurt the sport. We did mention it. Was it Miami or Florida?
Florida
situation as well, where you had.
I think it was like 24 million something guaranteed, and then like they backed out of it. Yeah, that's a little bit different than this situation. This one is a little bit more self-sabotage. Like I said, I'm all for getting your money's worth, but just I think there could have been a better way about doing it.
Get a better agent.
Sending the wrong message of how it was done. I'm not saying that you shouldn't want more money and everything like that, but I mean, teams are your damaged kind of goods now. Teams don't want nothing to do with you to a certain extent. I think somebody will give him a chance, probably sometime in spring. I mean, well, not spring, well, sometime in fall to kind of get him in there. It's just one of those things that you gotta wait.
Yeah, and that's I want to ask you that if you were playing for the University of Nebraska and you had a situation like this, and this quarterback, from this other school, everybody knows in the college football world, like how eager would you be to have that guy be your quarterback?
At a school like
if you're at Nebraska and he's doing the same thing, leaving Tennessee, and you guys are in need of a quarterback, I mean, are you really that eager to latch onto him, knowing that it is going to take $4 million? Like, the guys in the locker aren't dumb. They probably know enough as to why he left. So if he does show up at their school, you're already thinking he's making a lot of money, and I don't know how much you trust him.
I mean, I wouldn't say eager. Again, it's a different situation depending on where's his mental at. Assessing the situation. Of course, if you get a talented quarterback, they won over 10 games. They were in the college playoffs, so he can play.
It's his leadership, though. Unlike hindsight 2020, but even at Tennessee, people said the leadership was the.
I wouldn't say leadership because outside of this, have we heard anything bad about it? So
that was Heupel's thing. Was like he did want him, and it was minor stuff. It was nothing bad, but like how he's a quiet kid. He wants him to be like more of a vocal leader, which that's all minor, nothing bad. But he can do everything. It's just the leadership to me, and that's a horrible way to.
There are different ways to lead. You don't have to be loud and upfront. Of course you're a quarterback, and that's kind of the thing that people are looking forward and looking to. That doesn't mean he can't lead or anything like that. Outside of this situation, I don't think that takes away what he was bringing to the team, what he was doing, and everything like that. Now, people may have bad judgments or a lapse in judgment on things and everything like that. But I don't question him as him being on the football field. If he's all in and everything like that, everything's fine. It's just this situation, and now people are trying to uncover things and whatnot. And even Tennessee, even with the situation, they still haven't bashed him. They still haven't said he was horrible. He was late to things. He wasn't showing up. He wasn't watching extra film. There are other things.
He wasn't showing up to TV production sets as well. There's a few things leading up to it where, like, for the TV deals, like, if you don't show up, it's just not a great look.
Is that leadership though?
Yeah, there's a sense of responsibility, and I think if you're going to be a leader, you have to.
On all levels. Look at the NFL. How many people show up to or don't show up to things? Marshawn Lynch showed up and said one sentence, and they were trying to get him. He was getting fined for not showing up. So that's not. Again, that I'm not. When I say a leader and everything, is he late to meetings? Is he late to a practice? Is he late to
Well, he didn't show up, so yes.
You said he didn't show up to media stuff. Who likes doing media things? Like, that's
I know, but when you're obligated to, it's not whether you want to or not.
Do you like that he's not necessarily showing up to things and everything like that? No. But is that necessarily a diminish on his leadership of stuff and everything like that? I think that's a push.
I think it's a fair to put it,
it's outside of stuff revolving around actual day-to-day football stuff. That is outside looking in. Like I said, I get it, not going or not wanting to be there and everything like that. It's one of those necessary kind of evil type situations, but it's not detrimental to the team of him not showing up to meetings. It's not outside of the time where he didn't show up for wanting more money.
Yeah,
and everything. I'm not saying, oh, you're a terrible guy and everything like that. Like, it'd be different if he's late to meetings, if he's late to workouts, if he's late to practice and everything like that. He should that's completely different. That is one of the things. It's like, we would like him to show up, but the coach ain't. The coach wasn't even tripping about it.
Maybe. I think he did. I think he did have some comments about the. We'll hash that out, and maybe if I can find the quote, I'll pull it up on the next break here. But it's not like he's a horrible person. I'm not saying anything of that. But to me, it's
you said he's a terrible leader.
Not a good leader. Like, he's an okay leader. If you want to be to me, that's what makes a great leader, and that's why there's not a lot of them. Like, it's all things that add up over time, and that's what makes a great leader. Is there's no lapse, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. There's still plenty of time for it, but you look at a guy like Dylan Raiola, like, so far, I've been a great ambassador, right? Like, that's good leadership, showing up every day, putting in the work, showing up to other sports. Like, to me, that's good leadership. And Nico's kind of the opposite of it. Like, there's the good and bad.
You comparing that to apples and oranges to things and everything like that. Like, there's
two highly touted quarterbacks. I got a lot of camera time.
You can't fit. Everybody can't fit the same box. What's the difference between a Heisman winner who's a leader and whatnot versus somebody who finished seconds who's not as a vocal leader? There's different ways to lead. You don't have to necessarily be. You don't have to do the extra stuff and everything like that. Maybe that's just not, his personality. And I'm not saying it's bad for him not to do that, but you can't blame or point the finger for him not showing up to other sports and say, oh, that's bad leadership.
No, that's not the part that makes him bad. Like, again, I'm not saying he's a bad leader, okay leader, but that's what makes Dylan Raiola a great leader.
Obviously, he was doing something right. They won a lot of games in the SEC. They won some big games in the SEC. And that they got to the playoffs. So, I mean, can it be better and everything like that? Can he work on things and everything like that? Yes. But I'm not about to bash the kid and everything like that for a few, minor mistakes that people can make. And he's still a young kid.
I'm not bashing him. I've called somebody
you are.
You called somebody an okay leader isn't bash. It's one thing if I'm saying he's a terrible player. Yeah. He is not. Anybody who walks out on their team like that does not get the title of a good leader.
Okay, period. So Jamarcus Russell, him not watching film and lying to coaches, saying things, him showing up late to practice, and him being the number one pick, the face of the franchise, is that that's completely different. Justified, whatever you want to say about that. He necessarily wasn't doing it.
Yeah, where I land on this, like. The small things that make you, like, when I'm talking about a great leader, that's a lot of that stuff's just the cherry on top that puts you into that other stratosphere of fandom. You can still be an incredible player and have a lot of success and not be a great leader, and like with Nico, he's still got all the talent. And we talked a little, someone's going to take the flyer on him. We see that in sports. If you're good, somebody
will give you a chance.
Yeah. People are willing to take a lot of bad if you can throw the ball or you can shoot it. So he's going to get another opportunity. And for me, it's like, it's not that he can't be any of those things, but you just hope to see a maturity. Because I still sit on the fence that the slimiest person in all of this is whoever the agent is. Whoever Nico Amaleva's agent is, who's like telling him this is the way to go. Yes, this is the way to do it.
Again, it's new territory. There are other people in this world that, are greedy and conniving that can, again, he's a young man. He's growing, he's learning and everything like that. It's okay for him to make mistakes and learn from his mistakes. Is this the way he went about it and everything like that? Was that the best way to go? No, probably not. He probably understands that and know how and can understand how to navigate that situation better. Now, the quality of that is hopefully he learns from his mishaps and missteps. But I'm not just going to bash him just because, he was under, bad advice. And, it's easy to persuade certain things when, you do want more money. It's other things or it may be other outside things that you might be paying attention to or taking from granted that you might think are a little bit more important than what actually is important. So this might be, a wake-up call for him to understand that and realize, oh, okay, no, like I thought I got it and everything like that. No, I didn't. Let me kind of check myself. And boom, and he has yet to say anything. We have yet to hear from him and everything like that. So, I'm, again, going to be a little bit passive and give him the benefit of the doubt of understanding the situation. Again, this is new for everybody. So, like I said, is it I'm all for advocating for, you know, money for them and everything like that. Like I said, I don't think that was just the best way how to do it.
Yeah, definitely was not the best way. It's a terrible way to go about it.
He has to take some accountability for, you know, being easily influenced in some things, and hopefully he will. Hopefully he realizes some things and whatnot, and makes that, you know, those steps for thing, and understand, you know, some of those people that might be in your ear necessarily might not be the best interest of playing ball. Now, again, he's yet to say anything, so we still kind of gotta wait for his side to kind of come out and, you know, for to see what he says. All it is just a narrative and certain facts given. All sides haven't, you know, really said anything. So, like I said, I'm not gonna bash a kid, you know, when his whole world is honestly, you know, come crashing down. Because, you know, I mean, he is a good football player. He did, you know, want to continue. He probably did have a strong chance of, you know, playing at the next level, and he probably still does. So again, you know, his world is flipped upside down, and he got to figure it out. You know, that's not an easy place, you know, to be in right now.
No, luckily for him though, he's got enough talent. Like I said, too. I think you and me both.
For sure.
Like, he's gonna have opportunities to push his stock back up, but yeah, and hopefully, you know, he's kind of the case, unfortunately, of like the good example of, I think athletes today are in an era where you're gonna have to have some really good judgment.
Yeah, you got to grow up fast. You can't make, you know, childish decisions.
Well, and you get like a bunch of adults in the room, right? And you want to trust the experience, and you got this tight window that is the portal, and they're just going to tell you a lot of things to move, because every time that agent gets you to go to another school and sign another NIL contract, guess who gets the cut? Probably the agent of that new NIL deal. So, you know, and some of them probably want to help you move on to the next spot because that's the right thing to do. The other ones want to do it because it's just another paycheck to collect. And hopefully that's not the case with Nico. But to me, again, speculation. I don't expect their party to come out and give all the details.
No,
it seems bad, and if it is bad, they're just going to wait for it to go away. So
I have a question. If you're Tennessee, well, they already moved on.
Yeah.
Is that door anyway open for him to come back, maybe even for less pay? Or is that bridge?
I would, you know what? If he wants to be a man, and like I'd say that says a lot more about your character. If you go back and face the team that you walked away from, yeah, welcome back. But you got to take the deal that we offered the first time around.
What if it's a little bit under that?
Even better, a little bit under what you wanted.
Yeah, you was getting $2 million. What if you're getting 1.5?
Yeah, if he's got if we're taking less than,
or is that bridge burnt? Like, you know, I know the fans will probably be, you know, mad, or, you know,
wait till he throws a touchdown. Seriously, like that's really what it comes down to. You start winning ball games, no one cares.
It's like, who cares? That was months ago.
Yeah, the fans are easy to convince if you win ball games, but your team, like that's the part. If I'm the coach, like he's gonna win the fans over because he's good. But like
what does that look like though? Like,
it looks like you walk up in front of the entire team and coaching staff, and you have a genuine apology, and you take what was originally offered, or maybe even a little bit less than.
Are you still the day one starter, or do you have to work back to get to that spot?
Yeah, I think you work back.
Are you in the locker room, or are you kind of set up and earn your way back into the locker room where the team accepts you to be back in the same place?
I don't know. Is that one you leave to the guys? I think you'd answer that.
I think so.
I think so too, right?
I mean, I would.
I think you'd leave that to the players.
What do they kind of want to do? How are they feeling with certain things and everything like that?
Yeah, because I mean, he turned their back on him. Whether it was advice from somebody else or not, that's what happened. Leveraging for more money. But again, like if it's one of those things where he does come back and he tells him like, yeah, I got some really bad advice, I'll own up to it. Yeah, open the doors up, and then it's up to the players. And because again, like it's annoying they have to keep saying this, but he's a very good quarterback.
Yeah,
he was in the college football playoffs. You did have a really good year. So if you're Tennessee, yeah, I think anything you can do to like fix it, then just burn it completely is worth it. But the players got to be open to it. So a few oars in the water. I was not going to talk about Tennessee at all to start the segment. We just landed there. I was going to ask, you know, just to set it up, but tomorrow the portal does open officially. Does Nebraska football need to go shopping? Any areas that you think do? Because I think it's like what, the 26th is one that closes up again. 16th to the 25th of April. they got that time window to go shopping.
I feel like, especially in the Big Ten, with how our schedule is set up and how things can shake out, I feel like offensive defensive linemen, you can never have enough. Veteran offensive defensive linemen, you can never have enough. Later in the season, depth, experience, and just flat out, ability, I think will show up. Look at, what Ohio State was doing to those teams in the playoff. Look at what Texas D-line and O-line was doing in those games. Look at what Penn State, offensive D-line was doing late. Look at what, Notre Dame's offensive D-line, were doing. So I think that is a premier position that it doesn't get overlooked, but I don't think it gets, what it should as much as, the quarterback. Don't get me wrong. Having the right quarterback is definitely good, but I think you pair that up with, more bodies or, I don't want to say a better product to make it seem like our line isn't there. But our coaches have hinted at it, depth, more reps, more experience and everything like that. Well, what happens, and this is just me thinking, I'm not saying this is what it is, but what happens if you have, 1,001 reps and yet you still necessarily aren't ready? Mm-hmm. or it hasn't moved the needle enough. Now you're kind of in a pinch. What happens necessarily if injuries are inevitable? It's going to happen. So with that already being said, I'd rather you have that safety net or have that there rather than scramble and, now you have to do certain things a little bit different because of, we're set here and there. So I think offensive, defensive line, there can never be, enough of that. There can never be, having good numbers, good athletes on either side of the ball.
Yeah, that's one where I think it's pretty obvious. That's where most Nebraska fans and probably coaches as well feel like those are the needs. Defensive line in particular, like just knowing what you lost there.
Yeah.
And then the offensive line. Yeah, it's one of those things where I think you're right. It's so obvious, but it never changes with the offensive line. Every college football champion we've had, their offensive line can block and they can protect the pocket.
Or defensive line was something crazy.
Yeah, and they just flat out dominate. Like even in the NFL, same story. Like you look at how was the one time Mahomes got beat?
Defensive line
mauled him, didn't give him a chance. The game didn't care. You could have had the greatest season of any quarterback in that game, would not have mattered the way that Buccaneers defense was flying off the ball. And then, you look at the way Michigan really dominates Ohio State. Michigan every year really doesn't have
going back to Michigan's, national championship, I understand with the asterisks. I get it. But what were they doing well? They were dominating the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm. So they didn't have to do anything special.
It was very boring. It was very bland. It was tough physical football. And like I said, I'm not saying we don't have the guys there. Clearly, it's still early. Clearly, they do need reps and everything like that. But from being on the other side of things and being at the highest level of stuff and everything like that, if you turn on, sports and if you turn on NFL Live and everything like that, what are the things that they consistently talk about? Premier offensive lineman and premier defensive lineman, whether that's draft picks going this year or people, off season, what teams need and everything like that. It starts and ends right there, especially with a young, talented quarterback, keeping him, dry. He can make every throw. He can read everything. He's spot on. So why not, give that even more padding?
Yeah, and then you got a guy in Emmett Johnson that you really like. At least that's the vibe you're getting from Dana Holgorsen. And, I'm going to take a wild swing at it and say it's true because I saw Emmett Johnson last year when he was getting the rock the most, and he did well with it. So
he was getting it the least and still was doing something.
Yeah, and I hate to revisit that, but that was so infuriating for the fact that it was like everybody that I knew thought the exact same thing about Emmett Johnson. And then I was like, maybe I just don't know ball. What's going on here? And then Dana Holgorsen shows up and he's like, yeah, no, Emmett Johnson's clearly the best running back on this team. And then he goes out there and proves it. So we definitely like him. I was going to ask, though, Quentin Ives has been talked about as that back too, which I can definitely see it. You've been hearing a lot of things about Quentin Ives. Do you feel like there's a need, though, to get another veteran running back? Because that was that group where, in particular, Holgerson talking about they need reps, hundreds, thousands of more reps. Good athletes, but they feel maybe a little bit short there is kind of what I get out of it.
I mean, other than offensive linemen, running backs and linebackers, running backs get hit just about every play as well. So we've seen injuries. We've had that bug. Hopefully, it doesn't do anything to us this year.
Yeah, pray for our kickers. They've had a bad run through the years.
So it's never a bad thing to do that. But again, understanding what the situation kind of is, how many good backs or solid backs do you think you're going to get when they know coming in, okay, I'm not going to be the guy?
That's just it. To me, the question is
that how do you sell that? You know what I mean? Like that's a tough one to sell. Could they get one? Do they need one? Potentially, maybe. But are you going to get the kind of back that you necessarily need with Emmett, taking up the snaps, or even number two doing what he does? That I don't know if you can swing that one, unless it's a JUCO type situation and he doesn't have too many offers, or it might be his biggest offer to something of the situation of that, or you got a kid that's at a FCS school that is from Nebraska or something along the lines with is falling in love with the program and just wants to kind of come here, kind of how like the backup quarterback situation is. He could have went somewhere else, but this is where he wants to be at. So unless it's like kind of that situation, I think that's because people want to play at that position. Who doesn't? I just think that's going to be hard to get, and that one it's not as rotational as some other spots on the team that can be.
I'm not far off with you. To me, it's like, how much is there trust in Quentin Ives? If they do think like he's a solid two back, then I'm like, you probably don't go looking, and then you find whoever. There's going to be someone that pops up through spring and through fall that you're like, I kind of want to give him some reps. That's your RB3. If you don't feel good about Quentin Ives and you're maybe just some of that press conference stuff, just maybe trying to get some confidence in him. But if you're really unsure, then I think it's a lot to your point. If you can sell RB2, that's a game changer to RB3.
Yes,
RB3 will get some reps, but nothing compared to that running back 2. So I think, if you're not really sure about Quentin Ives either, then you go out and get one more, because you're going to get a decent back if you're letting know RB2 is where we see you. If you like Quentin Ives a lot, though, then I agree with you. You probably just stay away from that one, and then you use those running back 3 reps for whichever guy you like when you see those opportunities. With that being said, we'll throw it to break. We'll talk some NBA awards, regular season awards on the other side. Don't go anywhere. Dump Punt Hour. Good morning, Pierson-El, Harrison Arns. Talk to you in a little bit.
Hey, Husker Nation. This is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at WindowWorldLincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Life changes, and sometimes that means changing where you call home. Whether you're downsizing, growing your family, relocating, or facing tough times, you shouldn't navigate it alone. I'm Laura Bonta-Bush with Woods Bros Realty, and I'm here to guide you with all your real estate needs. As wife of football coach Bill Bush, I understand the importance of teamwork and making sure you are supported every step of the way with honesty, integrity, and compassion. If you're looking for a game plan to buy or sell your home, text the word HOME to 402-534-1919. That's HOME to 402-534-1919.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
Fleet Feet Lincoln is excited for the upcoming spring season and the warmer temps, and they want you to get outside and be active. Fleet Feet's Fit ID process takes a free 3D image of your feet to help runners and walkers alike find comfortable tennis shoes and inserts that ease pain associated with plantar fasciitis, bunions, and more. Get back on your feet this spring with a trip to Fleet Feet, open 7 days a week at 77th and Pioneers. Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in. Don't Punt Hour segment number 2. We still got Royals on the brick and mortar, and currently the Royals up 2-0 over the Yankees. at the bottom of the 6th inning. We're going to talk some NBA here as we wrapped up talking plenty of Husker football in segment 1, and we got the official ballots out for the NBA regular season awards. So, good morning, Pierce. Now, we're going to go through the list, and we're just going to go through each category, and I'll ask you, which guy would you give it to? And don't worry, I'm not going to ask you which guy throughout the entire NBA because, like I said, we got the ballot list officially in front of us. Let's start with the fun one because I think this one's this one's the most subjective in my opinion. Clutch Player of the Year. Your options are Jalen Brunson, Nikola Jokic, and Darius Garland. Garland Cavs, obviously Jokic Nuggets, Brunson Knicks.
That's a hard one.
That's what I'm saying. It's very subjective.
Garland has been a difference maker this year. I think him and Spider have finally kind of figured things out and are playing off each other like completely better. I want to say Brunson, but like he's been hurt. So it's like when he's healthy, I think it's him. But the thing about that is like he'll be amazing for a month and a half, and then something happen, or it's always something going on with him. If he was more consistent and consistently available, I think it's him, no doubt. Like I'm trying to stay away from Joker, and it's hard. I mean, he can almost be in every award. Yeah. So like I don't want to pick him because I know this is not going to be the last time his name comes up in awards. So I'm gonna go Brunson just because I like when the Knicks are good.
That's funny that you said that. I'm also not going with Jokic. The exact same reason. He's gonna be on later in the list. I'm going Darius Garland though, because I just think they got the better record. He's been healthier more, and he's been nice this year. I think he's just short, averaging 40% from 3 this year. He's had a lot of big time moments down the stretch, and also just becoming a really good playmaker. Like he's had some, you can get some clutch moments, but just like really good passes and playmaking down the stretch.
I don't think he gets the recognition he should.
He's in Cleveland. None of those guys do. Seriously.
But LeBron was in Cleveland. So I mean, and they made it happen necessarily with that. So I understand
that's LeBron.
I understand they're in the East. I understand but I mean they can do it. They don't even do a good job with Boston though.
No,
and Boston won it.
There's certain players that for whatever reason are really hard to market, and I think Tatum's kind of one of those guys, and that's why. And like the Celtics, they're kind of like
how is it hard? How is he hard to market for?
He's a really just calm-tempered guy. He doesn't do anything crazy, Like Russell.
Neither did LeBron.
LeBron James, though, come on, the hype train for LeBron James is unreal.
You said anything crazy? Like yes, he was a freak athlete. Okay.
But like, think about LeBron coming out of high school. Like, did anybody in the NBA have that right now? I'm not a LeBron guy.
I mean, you can.
Before social media,
Zion had it coming out.
He did.
John Morant had it, and I think it still can get back to it. Anthony Edwards is rolling in steam. I mean, Minnesota. You telling me it's easier to market Minnesota than it is Boston with a ship?
No, you're missing the point. What's easier to market, Anthony Edwards or Jason Tatum? The player does matter. Anthony Edwards is he
gives you a lot more that you can go off of.
Oh yeah, I mean, the Timberwolves became a fan favorite. Was it because of Rudy Gobert and his time there?
No, it was because it was antics.
Yes, antics. Tatum doesn't have antics. They just play really good ball. It's not as exciting. Like you just get beat by 1,000 cuts. Boston's own market though is insane, so they're not hurting by money. Don't get me wrong. The whole Boston area is livid, but. Yeah,
but when Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett was there,
it was popping off.
So I mean, it's not. I mean, Ray Allen was quiet. Rondo was quiet.
Rondo's also like the Rondo's flair to the game. Yeah, but his flair to the game was unreal.
Oh my God, you making excuses?
I'm just telling you, like I'm being dead honest.
Okay, all right. Moving forward, agree to disagree.
All right, so clutch player of the year, I got Garland, you got Brunson. I'm not too much disagreement there. Most improved player of the year. This one I think is easy. This is probably the easiest one throughout the list. Cade Cunningham, Pistons.
100%.
100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100 Dyson Daniels, Hawks. Christian Brown, Nuggets. I'll go first because it's easier for me. Cade Cunningham, Pistons.
That's what my mind in my when you said Cade, I was like, it's him. Like either anyone of them can deserve for it, but I think his pedestal is just a little bit higher than the other two.
Remember how much we talked about the Nuggets last year and the verge of them breaking the longest NBA losing streak in history? Like, for how bad the Nuggets were.
Pistons.
Or excuse me, not the Nuggets. Nuggets were fantastic. For how bad the Pistons were, to have Cade Cunningham become that leader and like who was there for that entire last season and emerge out of it and have the confidence to carry a team like this. And I'm impressed by it. I thought the Pistons and Cade Cunningham experiment was like just going to die out somewhere last season, but they stuck with it, Cade Cunningham. And now the Pistons, they'll have a shot for the playoffs. So well-deserved. I don't mind that. I think that one's an easy one. So we both got Cade Cunningham. Coach of the year. So you got Kenny Atkinson, Cavaliers, Ty Lue, Clippers, and Ime Udoka, Rockets. Former Celtics coach.
Rockets.
Yeah, we always knew he was good though.
In the West. Don't get me wrong. What Cleveland is doing, fabulous. But it ain't nobody on the East. He's number 2. He's essentially doing what he's doing what OKC is doing faster with younger guys, like, and that's not easy. So I think it's him.
I'd go.
You're tripping.
Hear me out.
I don't want to hear you out. You're tripping.
Ty Lue's got a lot of drama and attitude on that team, I'm sure.
He has veteran leadership. You have superstars.
He does. It's just I'm gonna go Ime Udoka as well. Don't get me wrong.
You have things are a lot easier if Kawhi's healthy. Things are a lot easier if James Harden is in shape and on a contract year.
Also, I want to say to Ty Lue though, this is the best I've seen. Like those group of guys in particular in a while.
For sure.
So that's all I want to say. I'm still giving it to Ime Udoka. He's a phenomenal coach, and to your point, the Rockets.
Number two in the West.
Yeah.
With a bunch of year 1 to 3 players.
And then they locked it up early as well. They're not miles ahead, but they were ahead enough to end it pretty comfortably. I think you have to. If you give it to Atkinson, I wouldn't be super offended by it because
I'm flipping a table.
Their win-loss record though is like they're spanking Western
veteran players. You had a playoff team for the past 2 years.
For Kenny Atkinson and Cavs?
Yes.
Yeah. I'd still just a great win-loss.
It makes it a lot easier. Like no.
Well, relax, man. I'm still giving it to Ime. I'm ordering them here. I'd go Ime, Kenny, Ty Lue. I think that's the order I'd hand them out in. Sixth man of the year. Peyton Pritchard, Celtics, Malik Beasley, Pistons, and Ty Jerome, Cavaliers.
That's a hard one too. You give me your answer first.
I'm going Pritchard, Celtics. Give me the white guy off the bench so I can just sharpshooter. Game changer. That's the definition of a 6-man. Give me somebody off the bench who can come in and light it up. That's Pritchard.
And you don't think Beasley is that?
Beasley's that too, but he's getting to that point where he's a little bit old. He's still a phenomenal player, but defensively he hurts you a lot, and that's like the only area. Pritchard's not a great defender either. Don't get me wrong, but he's got a little more height.
So you're giving it to the guy that's an easier scorer?
I'm giving it to the younger, more efficient shooter who's just a hair better on defense, and that's Pritchard.
I'm going number 2. I just said
Beasley's good too. I mean, Pistons.
I'm going Beasley. I
don't hate that. I think that one's pretty close. Ty Jerome is a distant third for me.
Yeah.
He's fine too though. But I just think Beasley, Pritchard, really good seasons for both of those. Now we kind of get into the tougher ones.
With the 6-man of the year though, also is like it's easy to like with the Celtics. It's easy for you to find a role. Like you don't have to do much. Like it's easier to plug and play. That's kind of best situation scenario. Like you can play free type. Like so that's why I'm like, it's different with Beasley.
Beasley has, to your point, Beasley has the ultimate 6-man role where Pritchard comes in and just like he has his shots, sets, they know what they want to do. Beasley, when he comes into the game, it's the Beasley show. Like he's
and I think that right there, it's more pop.
Okay,
you have a bigger responsibility. Like they're letting you run the show versus like, yeah, we're giving you these scraps, and you better be successful with these.
I like that. Give it to Beasley. I'll actually agree with you. That's a good argument. Seriously though, I mean that is like when you think of 6-man, that's exactly what you think of. You just think of a guy that comes off the bench that just knows how to take over the game.
Would you like them to play defense a little bit better? Yeah, but who's playing defense in the NBA now? Come on now, like.
Well, it's your
point. Your 7-footers are the only ones really playing defense, like and probably.
Well, and that's why I said too. And why you swayed me so easily. Like Pritchard defense, it's not that much of a change. Like he's not locking guys up. I mean, he's nice, but it's not necessarily a game changer. We'll do defense player of the year, and then we'll throw it to break. And then, of course, we'll talk about the MVP. Defensive player of the year this year, you might consider it underwhelming because you don't necessarily see any bigs in there outside of Mobley. But you got Amin Thompson on the Rockets, Evan Mobley, the Cavaliers, and Lou Dort gets another candidate appearance from Thunder.
Mobley is like their 4 or 5. I think does he wear number 4? I think.
Yeah, he plays the 4. He can't play the 5, but mostly that 4 spot.
I'm going with him. I like how he's active. He's a game changer, and people don't want to go down there.
No, him and Jarrett Allen together are awesome.
Yeah.
Evan Mobley, you knew for a while. I think, did he win Rookie of the Year? He might have won. Either way, he was having phenomenal right out of the gates, and you knew they had something, but he wasn't quite big enough to.
He's putting it all together. It's been kind of simmering in a crock pot, and like this year, like it's all clicking. He's confident. He's comfortable. He knows the role. He's not thinking. He's not a half second behind. Like he's playing without thinking, and that's what you want to see.
Of DeAndre Ayton.
Okay.
Where like DeAndre Ayton was kind of simmering for a while, but he never like took off.
Yeah.
Evan Mobley, I know one plays the center and one plays the power forward, but like Evan Mobley's trajectory is actually maintaining. Unlike for whatever reason, Ayton fell off. He's still like a good center, but at one point in time, you thought he was going to be an all-star.
His movements remind me of a young Anthony Davis, outside of the shooting and the handle and all of that, but just his presence and how he moves in the box and everything like that reminds me of a young Anthony Davis, outside of the shooting and dribbling.
No, it's a good comp because I remember fun trivia here. College, can you remember DeAndre Ayton?
No.
Arizona. I remember if you're running Arizona, like you kind of saw a little bit, just like a freak athlete who you knew could move really well, and then it was just at that point in time, expectations were high, and then he kind of met them early. So you're like, okay, we really did find a guy, and then for whatever reason, kind of fizzled out. Evan Mobley doing the complete opposite of that, though. Well, that being said, we'll throw it to our final break. Don't go anywhere. We'll finally talk about it. The MVP battle. SGA, Jokic. I don't even know who the other guys are on the list, but we'll talk about that next. Don't go anywhere. Don't punt hour with the morning Pierson-El.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here, summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Spring has arrived, the temperatures are rising, and it's time to get your equipment ready for the season. Landmark Implement has high-quality used John Deere planters, sprayers, and tractors, priced to move and ready to work for you. Take advantage of unbeatable deals and flexible financing to upgrade your operation without stretching your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or browse our full inventory online at landmarkimp.com. Before these deals are done, experience the Landmark difference.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in. Don't Punt Hour with DeMornay Pierson-El. The host is always joining me via stream. And be sure to stick around for the next show afterwards as well. We got the Husker Bowlers all in studio right now. And we got Anna, Caleb Restrady, the host as always of the show. They might bring on a few other bowlers as well for some interviews. And of course, shout out Raising Cane's, bringing in some food for everybody down here. And I got to be honest, the morning Pierson-El, like, I'm trying to get to this intro and my mouth is salivating because I just had some Raising Cane's and it was tougher to get through than I ever anticipated. What is your opinion? Raising Cane's, how good is it, morning?
Honestly, I'm really not a fan.
Oh, get out of here. It's fantastic. All right, moving on. MVP. We got them down here. They got the bowlers. Everyone's eating Raising Cane's. It's fantastic. MVP.
I like the Texas toast. I like the sauce, the fries, and the sweet tea. But the chicken, my freshman year, I felt like I just overdid it. And
that can be. Yeah, I did that with ramen noodles once.
It just hasn't been the same since. So I'm like I said, I stay on the other side of the fence for Cane's. I'm not.
Well, we'll bring you back.
The sweet tea is good. I like the sweet tea. I like the lemonade. So I mean,
their lemonade is fantastic. That's a game changer because especially when you have good lemonade and they have the unsweetened tea there as well. When you got a proper Arnold Palmer option there for you, it'll absolutely change the game. So again, shout out Raising Cane's coming down here. They got a bunch of food for the bowlers. Those guys are up next. And I see Bowler of the Year, Jillian Martin, walking towards the studio right now as well. Good morning, Pierson-El, the NBA MVP. The conversation that we've all been super curious who I would land on for it. Who is your MVP?
Just for the regular season?
Like just regular season MVP. I mean, no postseason's been played yet, so.
I'm gonna go with Shea. I don't care. I'm doing it. I don't care. Yeah, well, what Jokic is doing it is crazy. Not saying anything like that, but Shea. I don't care. I'm going Shea.
Because you're tired of it, right? Not because
no. I mean, they both are doing things differently in their own way. I think Joker continues to elevate the game. It'd be different if they fired his coach sooner and he was still able to keep that level of play. But I mean, they fired him with a few games to go. I think the OKC market is smaller, so they're not selling them as much as they could be. A young team and everything like that. He's come out of shut, so it's not because I'm tired. I just think it's his.
Yeah, I just disagree completely. Like my mind's been made up like 3 months ago. unless like Jokic got hurt or
You're
something.
not. I mean, you're not wrong. Like it can go either way.
Like, so how I had to like figure this out, or at least the way I made it make sense. Like I know that if I put Jokic on that OKC team, they're winning 73 games, 75. They're going to win an unreal amount of games. If I put SGA on that Nuggets team, they will be good. They won't be anywhere near where they are right now. Like the Nuggets team is not that good. SGA, like you can see it when he's off the court. That team.
You saying they're not that good, and they're the number 4 seed in the West?
Yes, because of Jokic. It's
a
nothing
team.
to scoff at.
Is it not
Guys,
a team
unreal.
sport?
It is a team sport.
Have we not seen LeBron?
But he is carrying that team.
All right. So I'm not saying he's not carrying a team, but it's a team effort. That's all.
It is a team effort, but it's not a team sport.
They won a championship as a team.
Yes, a much better team. They lost some pieces, like, and that's,
they did.
Bruce Brown, not Kristaps Porzingis, Caldwell Pope, KCP. What's his first name? KCP. Either way, they lost some really crucial players. And all I'm saying is, like, if I put Jokic on that Thunder team, their win total goes up. If I put SGA on that Nuggets team, I think their win total goes down. That's how I decided on it. And not even touching the free throws and all that stats. Then Jokic is just
I think both. I mean, you're still gonna have to have a point guard to manage OKC. Like you're just not about to bring Jokic in there and have him run point.
Have you watched Jokic? That's exactly what he does. That's he's so unstoppable. He brings the ball up court. He'll run point. He'll play the 5. Like whatever.
I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying it. I think it will look how Denver would win. It will look different. Other people would have to step up a little bit more. It's a fair argument. Like I said, I'm still going with Shea.
Yeah,
I don't.
Shea's going to get the award this year. Like I just know, just people like you, DeMaurice Pierson-El. You're the reason why you're the reason why the MVP award just doesn't have that same glamour it used to. I like SGA a lot. I just think this.
They did the same thing with Patrick Mahomes 2 years ago when it should have been Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is in every pro sports. The MVP has always been really messy. Whether, if SGA does win it, congratulations. It's a great season nonetheless. He's done fun to watch. But I think it's Jokic. That's going to wrap it up for us. But like I said, don't go anywhere. Striking up the conversation. Got a lot of Husker Bullers in the ticket studios today, so be sure to stick around for that. Good morning, Pierson-El. Appreciate the time as always. We'll do it again tomorrow.